Hello. Hello. Good morning, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay. Then, okay. What we discussed in the last live class, that we discussed about INC, Muslim League, then Home Rule Movement, so many things that we discussed in the last class of SS in Unit 3. So today we will discuss some another topic which is related to Lucknow Pact, in a nationalisms in India, and the effects of nationalisms in India by this way also, the Lucknow Pact. Okay, pact means all of you know about it. If you heard about this word before, then you can understand it. Then pact means one kind of agreement. Okay. Okay. Pact means one kind of agreement. Okay. Which kind of agreement is there? Lucknow Pact. So first of all, let me see why it is done. So Lucknow Pact is happening in. Okay. This agreement is done in 1916. This agreement is done in 1916. Okay. In between whom there are agreement means there are two parties are there, that we can come on that point. The very first is INC first side. Okay, on another side in this agreement, who is there? So here INC vs who is there? Muslim League. Okay, Muslim League. So Lucknow Pact is held between INC and Muslim League. Understood all of you? In which year? In the year of 1916. In the year of 1916. So here one agreement is between two parties. Agreement between these two parties. That which kinds of agreement is there? That now we want some separate electoral committee from the Britishers to ask them more liberal powers to the Indian people. Then whatever the meeting is held between us and Britishers, that must be informed before informing to the INC and Muslim League, and some kinds of conversations and some issues topic that we discussed with each other, and after we will discuss with the Britishers. It is the agreement of Muslim League also and INC, between INC and Muslim League. This is happened. Understood all of you? Why this happened? To fight against the Britishers. There is one kind of agreement is that now we ask to the Britishers that give us a more liberal in the form of speaking, in the form of wandering in India, the form of business, the form of study, then in the form of that participants in the parliament. Also you have giving to us that kinds of request is of INC and Muslim League in front of the Britishers. Okay. So in this, the main purpose of Lucknow Pact is that so two parties are gathered at one place and discuss some things that is beneficial for India. Okay. This is called Lucknow Pact, and in the history it is too much famous pact. It is too much famous pact between INC and Muslim League. Then what is the another thing is that it is held in 1916. Then the another thing is that in front of the Muslim League there are one person named Muhammad Ali Jinnah. There is one person named Muhammad Ali Jinnah is there, and what actually happened? In front to the INC there are all the participants of INC. Okay, this meeting is between from the Muslim League there are from to INC, all the participants of INC members. Then this agreement is pressurized to the British government to adopt a more liberal approach towards India and give Indians more authority to run their country. Okay, give more liberal approach to the Indian people. And the Lucknow Pact also established coordinate relations between these two promoting group. This is a two promoting group. So one is Indian National Congress, from that there are moderate, and another from the extremist. Okay, extremist, moderate, all are involved in this agreement. Moderate, extremist, all are involved in this pact, Lucknow Pact. I hope all of you understand it. Okay, see next, after the Lucknow Pact, that we discussed about Subhash Chandra Bose. And see, he was from Cuttack, Orissa. Born in very prominent family. Then he was born in the year of 1897. And 23rd of January he was born. What is the name of his father? Janakinath Bose was the name of his father. Janakinath Bose, name of his father. And Prabhavati is the name of Subhash Chandra Bose's mother. The name of mother is Prabhavati. Okay, he was born in the 23rd of January and 1897. And what is the another thing is related to strange, that very early age, he passed the ICS exam in the year of 1920. In the very first attempt, and also got very first rank also. In the first attempt, he cleared this exam, and also he was got very first rank in ICS. Okay. So after what happened, he cleared this exam, and after seeing this, the Britishers are shocked after seeing this, that how much scholarly person he is. So after clearing this exam, what actually happened by him, that he is not join that particular job and not accept any job. And what he done, that he leave that job and join INC. Means rather than join in a job, he is neglect that job and join in the freedom movements of India and join Indian National Congress. Okay. Then see, in his activity he done so many strange things. They make some conspiracy against of Britishers, and because of this he changed maritime his appearance. And because of this he arrested so many times into hand of Britishers. And see, more than 11 times he is in jail. He is in a prison of under the Britishers. Okay. Then another thing is that he is not accepted the job of ICS exam, and he joined INC. And then what actually happened in the year of 1938? In the year of 1938, Subhash Chandra Bose is become the leaders of INC's session. Okay, we will discuss it in a previous class. Yes or no? That what we discussed, that INC meeting is held each and every year in the month of December. That we discussed or not? Yes. So here what actually see the another thing is related to him that second time in the very next year also he become the leader of the INC in the year of 1939. In the year of 1939, and the session is held at Tripura. Okay, first is Haripura, then second one is Tripura. So two times, one and two times he become the leader of Indian National Congress. Two times he become the leader of Indian National Congress, and he works so many things for our freedom movement. See, the next thing is that after that joining in the INC and so many impact in the minds of Subhash Chandra Bose, and he is doing so many activities against of Britishers. He put so many conspiracy, change his appearance and visit so many places, so many countries, and make conspiracy. And for this, after seeing all these things, the Britishers are very shocked after seeing him that which kinds of persons he is. See, the another thing is what in 1939, in the year of 1939, after the INC sessions of in Tripura, he established one political party. He established one political party named Forward Bloc. Named Forward Bloc. He established this political party named, what is the name? Forward Bloc. And he was the leader of this Forward Bloc, and he established this political party. Now the another thing is what in the jail, what he done. Whenever the Britishers put him in a jail or prisons, then he started something new things in a jail. Every and each time he do something new, which is too much enthusiasm for the Britishers, that which kind of persons and which kinds of personality he is. See, in the situations of very critical situations, he searched so many ways to escape from them, and he makes so many conspiracy and so many things he done in against of Britishers. So let's see. Then hunger strikes he done in a jail. Then the another thing is what in 1941 he escaped from house. Means what actually happened in this situation? Britishers had put him in a jail many times, but when he put him in a jail or prisons, he done so many things which is influence to another prisoners who are already in a jail. Okay, so rather than to put him in a jail, the Britishers had decided that why should we not put him in his house and make his house a prison. So in the house of Subhash Chandra Bose is itself made like a prison, and there they put him in the house. And what actually happened in the very next year in 1941, he just escaped from his own house, who became the jail for him. So he left his house. Because of Britishers, because Britishers made his house as a prison for him. Okay. Then the another thing is what happened. He disguised the Britishers. Each and every time. Whenever he is in prison, he disguised the Britishers and make some conspiracy to the Britishers. And he changed his look and appearance. And each and every time he changed his appearance. When he escaped from his house, he disguised Britishers and make his appearance as a Pathan. Means which kinds of clothes is wear by the Muslim Pathan. That kinds of clothes and appearance is wear by this Subhash Chandra Bose to escape from the Britishers and to disguise the Britishers. Okay. Then from his house he go to the Berlin. Then from Berlin he is visit to Peshawar, then Kabul, then Moscow. See, many places and many countries he visit at that time. To escape him from the Britishers, he visit many countries like Berlin, Moscow, Kabul, Peshawar, everywhere. And actually what happened in the Berlin, when he is presented there, then he is giving one speech on radio. Subhash Chandra Bose. Britishers think that this person is maybe Subhash Chandra Bose who is giving a speech on radio. But then also one kind of conspiracy of Subhash Chandra Bose behind of this, because he wants to disguise the Britishers that I am right now in Berlin, and after the next second, in the next minute, he left the Berlin and go to the Peshawar. So Britishers can't reach easily to the Subhash Chandra Bose. Why the Britishers want to catch him? Because he disguised the Britishers and he run away from his house. That's why Britishers are in the behinds of Subhash Chandra Bose. So that's why after giving a speech on radio, he just left the Berlin in the very next minute and reached to the Peshawar Okay. Then another thing is what, from to Peshawar he visit Kabul, and after Kabul he visit the Moscow, and from to Moscow he going to the Japan, and at the last Sumatra. And after that no any history is found that where actually he gone, maybe he died, then some incidences happened with him or not. The death of Subhash Chandra Bose is right now also one kind of conspiracy. Means we actually don't know when he is died, then how much year he is live after 1941. No any particular address of Subhash Chandra Bose that we found. In the after the freedom, so many people are there is a belief that in the form, in the appearance of one old age, they saw the Subhash Chandra Bose in India, but it is one kind of rumors are there. So many rumors are related with the Subhash Chandra Bose and about his death, because he is not died in India. It is true that he is died outside of India, but where he is died and how he is died, it's a conspiracy. Each and everybody have no idea about that. Even in our history also not written that how he is died. So very dazzling personality is he, and too much strange person, who fight against of Britishers. So these kinds of leaders are also in the nationalisms when we will fight against of India. So there is such different types of personality. He is different from each and every scholar who are fight against of Britishers. So let me go further. So let us go further and let me see that how in the presence of Subhash Chandra Bose, how he formed Azad Hind Fauj. So see, Azad Hind Fauj. It is the one army, means army formed by the Mohan Singh. What is story behind of this? Let me see. Actually, what happened in the year of when it is established in 1941 or 42, it is established Azad Hind Fauj. At that time in the world, there are Second World War is going on. The Second World War is going on at the time. So, in the half of this part of Second World War, the Indian peoples are become prisoners at Germany. They become not Germany but Japan. They become prisoners at Japan and as a slave at that. So the peoples are of India in the Japan friend Azad Hind Fauj, and who is become the leader Mohan Singh, because ultimately he is established this Indian National Army. Azad Hind Fauj is itself Indian National Army. Means in this army, those soldiers are there who is army name Indian National Army. But what is the name is giving to this Indian National Army? The name is giving to this Indian National Army is Azad Hind Fauj. Azad Hind Fauj. Understood? So Raj Bihari Bose is think that if we want to govern it well, and to go it ahead and ahead in the fights of freedom, so we have to need some strong leader in this Fauj or in this army. Understood? In this Fauj or in this army, we need a very strong leader to govern this Fauj. So Raj Bihari Bose in the year of 1943, and 4th of July, in the 4th of July and 1943, he is selected Subhash Chandra Bose as the leaders of Azad Hind Fauj. Azad Hind Fauj. I hope all of you understand it. That when it is established, there is a leader is Mohan Singh. There is a leader is Mohan Singh, who is from our soldier and from our army. So after that, Raj Bihari Bose is think that we need such kinds of prominent personality who govern this army well. So he declared or decided that in 1943, 4th of July, he made Subhash Chandra Bose as the leaders of Azad Hind Fauj, and he worked so many things for this army, Azad Hind Fauj. Who done so many things? Subhash Chandra Bose is done so many things for Azad Hind Fauj. Now see, after joining this army, Subhash Chandra Bose giving so many slogans, and very famous slogans is there: Chalo Delhi and Jai Hind. Jai Hind and Chalo Delhi. These two slogans are given by the Subhash Chandra Bose in the army of Indian National, in the army of Indian National. So another thing, there is one very prominent line he spoke when he is become the leaders of Azad Hind Fauj, and very prominently he said that if you give me a blood and I will give you a freedom. See, such kinds of lines is tell like means if you ready to die for the nations, means what is the meaning of it? If you ready to die for the nations and do something for nations to become it free, then I am ready for that purpose. So he is giving that you give me blood and I will give you freedom. You will give me blood and I will give you freedom. Understood all of you or not? So there are such kinds of slogans is given by the Subhash Chandra Bose when he joined Azad Hind Fauj. Azad Hind Fauj. Now let me see further. There are one topic is that provisional government. Provisional government in the sense of we are not present in India and we live another country, and in that country we have to make some law and some group regarding of freedom struggles of India, and outside we collect the peoples at one place and gather the peoples at one place to against of British and make army of India. So it is called a provisional government. And see what actually happened done. He established RG Hukumat. It is called RG Hukumat-e-Azad Hind. He established RG Hukumat-e-Azad Hind, and where he is established in Singapore in 1943. What is the purpose of it? Then he is not allowed to India in visit because he is escaped from the India. So he can't came here. If he came here, then prisoners put him in a jail again and again, and he can do nothing for our country. So outside of country, he done so many things for our country, and he framed these kinds of provisional government at outside of the country and work for our country from to outside. See, very dazzling personality he is. We can't learn so many things. Then, understood? I hope all of you understand it. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now, let us discuss in 2 minutes. There is what is the role of Azad Hind Fauj. Then, the role of Azad Hind Fauj is to gather the make the army of Indian people who are already abolished from the British army. Actually, Britishers what they done? They make army and they use our Indian people in their army. So now we think that rather than to join British army, that we make another Indian army. So this is the ultimate goal of Indian national means Indian army, that to join in our own soldier in our own party or in our own force or party. Okay, so it is the ultimate goal of Azad Hind Fauj, rather to join Britishers, it is to join our Indian national army. Okay, it is the request of Azad Hind Fauj that the people of India is not join British army rather than to join Indian army. Okay, and fight against of Britishers. So this is the role of Azad Hind Fauj in our freedom movement. I hope all of you understand it very well. So with this, our unit 3 is gone over, and whenever we meet now, we will discuss the revisions only. Okay, now here our unit 3 is gone over. Now whenever we meet in the next class, that we done our exercise means revisions exercise also. There is MCQs and everything is there. Okay. Good day to all. See this video multiple times and understand it. Okay. Bye to all.